You guys, oh, you're all here. I was not seeing any faces because I was over on Facebook trying to get it live into Facebook. Can someone check and see if it's in there in the group? Let's see. I think it probably is. Oh, it says we're live. Okay, perfect. Okay. It's 7 o'clock. So we're gonna get started because you guys, I'm not kidding you. When Dawn speaks, I shut up and listen. And I'm so excited for you guys to hear her. She's like so full of incredible wisdom and so much goodness. So I'm just gonna do a few quick reminders before her and I have a little chat. But remember the 20th, that's this Saturday, is the free event that they are announcing where the cruise is to, and they are announcing the new product that is going to absolutely revolutionize everybody's businesses. Oh my goodness. Like huge, big deal. So make sure if you have not registered for that event that you do so. They are going to try and have a replay, but I would highly, highly, highly recommend in every possible way to be on live. It's only 90 minutes. Here in Iowa, it's like 11 to 12:30. So it's like an hour and a half of your Saturday, but it's gonna be so worth it. Also make sure that you are registered and signed up for October in Kansas City. I have people connecting me and really going for that free trip to Kansas City from the leaders here in Team Upward. So if you guys don't know the details of that, Amy posted those, I think last week. So make sure and check out the details because you get points. Actually, you get money. Not points. You get money just for signing up for a free event. You get money for signing up for Kansas City, and you get money to spend in Kansas City for all kinds of wonderful things that you do in your business. So I'm so glad everybody's hopping on. I cannot wait for you guys to hear Dawn. So I'm going to tell you a little story. So she doesn't know I'm going to do this. So I knew I had heard about Dawn. I had heard that she decorated the Pose house. And I think we slightly said hi to each other at Callista's graduation party. But I was going this way, she's going this way. Like we're talking in different groups. So at this point, like I hadn't really ever talked to Dawn. I just heard all these wonderful things about Dawn. And then like she's on the leadership call, she gets in the leadership team, she's like blowing up her business, and I'm hearing all this wonderful stuff about her. And we go to Outpost X, and like just being in that leadership group, you guys, I want each and every single one of you there. It is wonderful and encouraging and just so good. But I don't know, at Outpost X and like the calls that we had before, and since I am just like, this woman knows what she's talking about. She knows what she wants from this business. She knows where she's going, but she freaked me out. Like, I was like, she is so beautiful. She's so intimidating. Like, she's so scary. Oh my gosh. And that is not her at all. It's totally not her. And you have 1 2-minute conversation with her, and you're like, okay, I need to listen to everything this woman has to say. She cares so much about people. Oh, and then there was Punta Cana too. We hung out a lot in Punta Cana. Like when this woman speaks, like she knows what she wants out of this business. She knows where she's going in this business. And so we're going to do kind of like a question answer thing. But if you guys have questions that come up for her, put them in the comments because I want to leave enough time at the end for questions because like anytime I'm like, okay, Dawn, what would you do? She just has like the best ideas and the best, like make it fun, have a great time. Like just the energy she brings is so, so awesome. So I'll have you tell how you first, well, okay, let me back up. Okay, so something big happened in the network marketing industry again today. And Dawn has been through that to an even higher extreme. She was a beauty counter consultant or guide or beauty counter artist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? Artist?
Consultant. Yeah.
Okay. And so she can share really quick her story with that. But I wanted you to touch on um like what is going on, like what you believe is going on in the industry, what happened with Beauty Counter, what happened with Saint, what happened with Rodan and Fields today,
Yeah.
and like where you see LifeVantage, because I know you have like an inside look at a lot of stuff because you went to corporate with four red carpet ladies and have been talking to Steve, our CEO. And so you know a lot about this. So I just wanted you to touch on that really quick.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, first of all, and all the nice things that you said that wasn't necessary, but thank you so much. Um, so as far as the way I look at it, when I actually joined LifeVantage just about 2 years ago, one of the things that attracted me, well, of course I've known the post for a long time, but one thing that really attracted me was I was searching Pose actually YouTube, and I saw how old the compensation plan was. And I was like, Sean, I love this because Beauty Counter had just done a really significant cut, which basically did kind of what happened to the Rodan and Fields leaders or the Saint leaders, is they sort of like really minimized our pay on teams. And I've been really big on team building. I never sold as much in a company. This is my third business. I've never sold as much in a company as I do at LifeVantage. So I think that's kind of interesting, because I had the biggest business in the state of South Dakota for Beauty Counter. My team would sell $100,000 to $200,000 a month of skincare, which was more than my Sephora here in Sioux Falls does. So the fact that I've been able to sell more product personally in this business, I think is interesting. But I kept saying to Sean, like, that's so cool. Your comp plan is so old, like, yay. And then he's like, well, it's changing. So LifeVantage was kind of ahead of the curve. And I do have a really big leader from Saint on my downline. And one thing that she did not understand, because she can sell a lot of makeup really fast just by being on social media, one thing that she did not understand was the importance of being publicly traded. So the transparency of knowing that you can see the financials every quarter, like that is actually such a blessing, in that we're traded on the NASDAQ. Like that is so massive that I don't think, if you've been here a while, you don't understand what that means. For all of these people, like Beauty Counter, that door was slammed shut. And I had thankfully already started building with LifeVantage. But had I not, I mean, I was only making, and I don't say only to diminish it, but it wasn't it was a full-time income, but not my main source of income. But at the end, I made $35,000 last year in Beauty Counter. I want to replace that income. That's a lot of money, right? Like November is always our biggest month. My December check last year was $7,000. That's a lot of money. I can't go get a job, college educated in Sioux Falls, and make that much money, right? So for me, I want to replace that income, and I want to do it rapidly. I don't want to sit around and wait. But I had no idea that we were in foreclosure. Like I could tell things had changed, but I'm telling you, these thousands of consultants had no idea. And I knew something was coming down for Rodan. I'd heard about it for the last couple of weeks, especially since the Saint thing. There's other companies, the same thing is going to be happening throughout the industry. So I think this is our moment in time to talk about to talk about this. If you do not understand this and you do not know how to talk about this, this is your number one job when you get off this call this week. Understand our compensation plan and understand why this is a blessing if you're a seller or if you're a team builder. So this is like your homework. You got to get a copy of this and figure it out, because that is what, that with being publicly traded, with having the transparency that we have, that's going to set us apart in the industry, you guys. Like, this is not the only company that's going to go down yet this year. There's going to be other big players that close their doors.
So I want to read something Steve Fife said today about this. And we want to always be completely transparent and upfront with you guys always on anything that's coming down the pipe in the industry and LifeVantage and anything that's going on, because I expect that from the company that I'm a part of. And so I know you guys expect that from your team. And so we're not talking about this to create fear, because this is not a fearful thing. Like, this should get people so unbelievably excited for what you have your hands on, what you are sitting on right now, because it is unbelievable. Like, I literally have chills all over my body right now. Like, what our company has done, the foresight that Steve Fife had. I mean, they didn't just throw together a compensation plan and launch it a year and a half ago. They spent 3 years developing a compensation plan that would not allow our company to go to the places these companies are at right now. So where is it real quick? Okay. I sent it here. This is easier. Steve said today, he said, I'm grateful we are in front of this trend with Evolve, so people don't need to make a decision on how they want to earn money. True to our roots and the current trends, LifeVantage, you can build either way. And so you, as a consultant, don't have to decide if you want to do affiliate marketing or if you want to build a team. Like, the company is going to pay you both ways, which is incredible. And they've covered the affiliate marketing trend that is happening right now. So I just wanted to
And so somebody did ask in the chat, why are these big companies closing? It's because they have not set up their compensation plan for the way that builders are trending right now. So like the affiliate piece, they have not positioned themselves to be financially sound with the way a lot of people are building their businesses right now. I mean, when I think about Beautycounter and when I speak about Beautycounter, I feel kind of guilty because I really kind of quit building with them in 2020 because I just didn't align with a lot of the things that they were doing shortly after that. But I still made like $80,000 or $90,000. Then I made $75,000. Then I made $50,000. Then I made $35,000. Like, I was still being paid a lot of money for not doing my job. So that is what these companies are experiencing. There's a ton of people making a lot of money that aren't doing their job. So they're going direct to, they're just paying you for your personal sales. So if you look at your paycheck and you look at what you got paid on your personal sales, and if you've started to build a team, you look at what you're paid on your team, that portion that you're paid on your team. And for those of us that have you know, a lot of downline people, that's like 90% of your paycheck. You know, when I think about how much I earned for the month of June, 90% of my paycheck was my team. So if that went away, that would be a big hit. And so when you think about the big leaders and somebody like Rodana Field or Saint, and that's significant. Mm-hmm. So we are very fortunate for the new compensation plan.
Oh my goodness. It's like the best, literally, in the profession. And there are people in these companies that, like, obviously don't go like, hey, I have the best opportunity in the world for you. If you have a relationship with somebody, reach out to them with love and compassion. That's it. Like, don't chase after them and do all the crazy things. Just love on them. But if you don't have a relationship with somebody in Rodan and Fields, don't go try and build them right now. Like, you're just going to come across insanely spammy. Right. But anyways, okay, so moving on from that topic, because we now established we have the best company in the world, we have the best compensation plan in the world, and you can build as technically, you know, quote unquote, an affiliate. You can build as a team builder. You can build them all the ways you want to. So how have you built your business with LifeVantage? Because I mean, when you decided you were going to get to work and build this business, you built an EC1 business in 18 months. So how did you, like, finally decide, because I know you can talk a little bit, about your relationship with Sean and Michelle, and you're like, how's that little yellow pill thing going and all of that stuff. What made you decide to like build, and what did you do to do it? I know it's kind of open-ended, but
Well, so a couple of things I would tell you. My phone is just blowing up. Rodana Fields one affiliate today. Um, so a couple of things I would say is that I've been in this industry for 12 years. So people are used to shopping with me. So if this is something new that you're doing and people aren't used to shopping with you, you have to start to lay that groundwork first. And so for me, I started to talk to some of my very best friends right away and just helped to build the belief in the company. But the reason I eventually joined was because of collagen. You guys, I sold what at the time was like the premier skincare that people wanted to use. People like us wanted to use that skincare. And I couldn't do to people's faces what collagen did to people's faces. So I was like, buckle up. You have to, like, first of all, you got to get on this product. Like, I don't care. You find a way to afford it. And I am very unapologetic about the way I speak about products, about the way I speak about a business opportunity. And so that was like first and foremost. I went to the Pose Collagen launch party as the girl who made the party pretty. I did the flowers, and I invited one of Michelle's neighbors who was like a mutual friend of ours. I was like, just come, it'll be fun. Michelle, you can see Michelle's house, you know? So I sell people on what I think they're gonna love about something. Like if I think you're gonna love, like, hey, we're going out for drinks on Saturday night and we're gonna dance because I know you like to do that. Or like, hey, we're gonna like go have a chill conversation. Like I'm gonna sell you on what I think you're gonna love about a situation. I'm not gonna sell you on what I love about a situation. And I learned that the hard way, honestly. But I just want to connect people and find solutions for people. So the best way you can do that is speak their language. And I just do a lot of it really fast.
so and this is like my favorite thing that keeps playing in my head. You said something like, I decide that they're going to be my friend and I make them my friend. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
how many people in your team would you say you didn't know previous to LifeVantage? Like
All
me.
of my big builders I never met before. Most of them were already consultants when I met them. I enrolled them before I met them in person.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
just like pop into DMs and like, so like Tracy, for example, a lot of you have heard of her. She's Tracy Hinkenen's her name. She goes by the Tracy Lane. So Tracy and I have a lot of the same beliefs. Our kids go to the same school. They're much different in age. Um, and she was always talking about collagen. So I'd be like, mine is better. Let me know when you're ready. And so I was just constantly in her DMs, right? And then Katie, she's newer on my team, Katie Wilson. She owned a boutique. I owned a boutique years ago. So we would kind of have that in common. We had a mutual friend in common. I kept telling my mutual friend who's on my team, go talk to Katie. We need to enroll her. She never did. Then Katie started talking to me. Katie kept popping up. She ran a half marathon. She couldn't walk for weeks afterwards. I was like, girlfriend, you need NRF2 and collagen. Like, what are you waiting for? You know, and I would just, it took 6-8 months, but I just kept having that conversation. Katie sells like 18,000 herself every month, like herself, not her team. Like she personally sells 18,000. So for me, it was just like living in those DMs and just finding a few people that I was like, that's my girl, we're going, you know. And then Dr. Cheryl Bones, who some of you know, she's amazing. She's in Sioux Falls. I never met Cheryl. I invited her to come have coffee with Michelle and and Cheryl admitted at the coffee, she's like, I was going to cancel like 20 minutes ago. I don't even know what I'm doing here. By the time she left, we'd all been crying. We did all the things. And now she's a huge part of my business. But I never met her before that coffee appointment. I just found people that like, we don't have to work with everybody, right? Like I always tell people, like, if you don't like your sister-in-law, do not talk to her about this business. Like you don't need all the low-hanging fruit. Go find those people that you're like, wow, I would have fun with you. I think you could do this. Let's buckle up.
I love it. Oh my goodness. You guys, I love, make those low hanging fruit people your customers, But Dawn's posture sticks out to me. Like she's non-apologetically like, mine's better. You need this. And it's
Well, it
amazing.
is the best. Why would you not say that? It is the best. So like,
What does Tracy call you?
her bossy friend, I think, or something, or pushy friend, or I'm like, well, thank you very much.
I love
And
it.
look at you now, making money.
Right? Okay, so walk us through real quick what you did with Tracy, because she was a consultant and making good money in LifeVantage with you. She lived in your same town and you had never met her in person.
So we were just friends on social media, and we both went to what do you call it? A school board meeting where there was kind of a heated topic, and we were like pointing at each other, but we never did speak. And she'll tell you that. I promise that's the truth. She was talking about her collagen, and I was like, hey, are you finally ready to try it? Because I kept posting before and afters. I would send her before and afters. You guys, those before and afters are absolute gold. If you are not sharing those before and afters, like your life depends on it, that is your, so learn this and then start sharing before and afters. And that's like the business plan, right? Because the product that we have coming in October, the before and afters of that, just get used to sharing before and afters, because this is like right now between July and October, double down. Because your business, what happened with collagen, like I bet if you were here before collagen, I bet your business significantly changed when collagen launched. That's going to happen again with the product in October. So get busy sharing before and afters, because that is everything. So I just told Tracy, I was like, hey, girlfriend, I'm dropping off 10 days. Give me your address. It's a gift. She goes, I'll try it if you give it to me, because she's an influencer, right? And they're not used to paying for things. I was like, whatever, 10 days of collagen, I'll drop it off, no problem. So I had a bunch of before and afters. I had 10 days of collagen. I sat on her little doorstep, set an alarm in my phone, follow up. And then I just kind of just kept following up with her. And then she sent me her 10 days. She's like, you've got to be shitting me. I was like, I told you. And she was on a high quality liquid collagen before. And I told her, do not get off that collagen, because I want you to have a real experience with this. Because if you get off that one, then you might be like, well, but that was what you've been doing for 2 years. So stay on it, just add ours on, and here we are. And so it's been so fun, because now she's one of my good friends.
I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you guys have any questions, post them in the comments because we can go over those too. So you kind of talked on this a little bit, but how do you kind of qualify people and what does your messenger look like? Because I know people have gone to your Facebook page and your Instagram page and been like, okay, who's this new EC1? How did she do this in 18 months? And if you go to almost any top leaders like pages, you're going to see them. You're going to like, they have stuff that kind of draws you in a little bit, but they didn't build just posting good content. How did you, like, what does your messenger look like?
Well, I was thinking, because you kind of sent me that questions, like, here's what I was going to ask you. So I was kind of thinking about, and I've told this story before, so if you heard it, I apologize. I'm just going to tell you really fast. You have to pretend like you are Target, okay? So iPhone, Rochelle, Madonna, you are each your own little Target, got it? Or whatever your store is, okay? That's you. How is Target marketing to you right now? They're in your inbox, they're on TV, they're on the radio, they're on the internet, you're being served ads on Instagram and Facebook. So most retailers are marketing to you in 10 to 12 different ways, okay? So if you are not marketing to your audience in 10 to 12 different ways, why not? We live in the most amazing age right now. You can set up automated systems. You can have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. You can have none of those too. You can text, you can phone call, you can send invites, you can have private events, you can do a newsletter. Like there is so many different ways to market your business. If you really want to move up and grow your business, reach more people, bless more lives, you have to take the opportunity to market to them in multiple different ways, because that is like Steve and Kristen and all of the corporate staff can do such a great job by turning out amazing products, setting us up with an amazing compensation plan, being there when we need them, all the things, great events. But if we are not, there are many what do you call it? Like
Billboards,
if you want to have a like a chain, if you're not their little mini, what's the word?
billboard?
Shoot, I can't. What?
Did you
Like if you're not
billboard?
your own
Franchise?
franchise.
Oh, franchise.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. If you're not doing that yourself, then you are doing yourself a service because there is so many different ways to market this and it can be overwhelming. So automate what you can automate. This is like lots of simple things that we can talk about a different time, but automate what you can automate and then just get in front of people. And I totally forgot what your question was.
Love you so much. No, that's perfect because I know a lot of people are like, I talked to Lori Steinman this week and she's like, I need automation. Oh my goodness. Like she is getting herself a VA to take care of all of those patients that she talks throughout the day. Like, okay, I said I would send this patient this information and now I don't have time because I'm home with my dad who has dementia. But you can hire somebody to do that. And some people are at that place in their business where they're able to do that, and some people are not. But every single person here on this call is at the place in their business where Messenger and DM, it's your lifeblood to your business. And if you're not having those conversations there, go ahead.
That was what your question was. What does my messenger look like? So I have sticky notes everywhere. I am still a pen to paper person. I need visuals, right? So my bathroom mirror has all the people that I'm talking to about being a customer. They have told me no for months. Their name is still on my mirror until I get them to be a customer because I'm going to get them when they're weak. Because I'm going to stay in their inbox. I'm going to keep telling them why they need these products. I'm going to keep sending them new information. I'm going to keep sending them before and afters, but their name is right there on my mirror. Okay. And then I have a list of consultants. So who am I talking to about being a consultant? Like my friend Mindy, I've been talking to her about joining my beauty counter business for years. I've been talking to her about joining LifeVantage. She is like freaking out. She sent me her before and after. She's been on products. She is scared, she is really worried that this isn't going to work. And so what do I say to her? Like, hey, it might not work. You might enroll and never talk to anybody. You might enroll and everybody tells you no. And then she's like, is it saturated? I'm like, girlfriend, it's not saturated. Beauty Counter was in the US and Canada. We had 80,000 consultants. You know how many consultants are worldwide in LifeVantage? 80,000. We are so untapped. We are such a baby company. Like it's hard to conceptualize 80,000 people, right? And think like, that's a lot of people, especially if you live in a small town, but 80, like that is nothing. This is such a tiny company that's debt-free, that's publicly traded, that has products backed by science, that has this amazing compensation plan, products that work, right? Like you can see those before and afters. It's undeniable. Mm-hmm. So I start with that. Like I have to write things down. Like I have clipboards all over the place. I have to send out a project broadcast about the 20th. When Jillian was talking about the 20th, I was like, ooh, crap, I'm going to do a sip and glow. I got to get a Canva built for that. Ooh, a giveaway for Kansas City. I've been thinking about that. I haven't done anything for that. So I'm like pen to paper all the time. We are all activated and doing the best we can with our mental health. And I drink Axio like it's like my life, but I cannot remember all the things and neither can you. So get yourself like a whole bunch of these little sticky notes and then just start writing things down all over the place. And then just now I was like, ooh, that happened already. And I went and threw it away. Like that is so, to me, that is like so satisfying to throw somebody's name in the garbage because I like got them. So do what works for you, but you have to be like working those leads at all times. And at a certain point in your business, you should ask people for leads. I haven't started doing that yet, but like, hey, Amy, I know you are having great results on these products. Like, who can we talk to about them? Who have you thought about that this would bless their lives? Just start to have those conversations. And then that's like another layer on your cake and another layer on your cake.
I love that. Oh my goodness. So good. And you guys remember the people that are on her little sticky notes for consultants are people she's chosen. Like people that she aligns with, people that are easy to have a conversation with. Like I love Tracy. We have so much in common. And it's easy for me to like watch her stories and be like, oh my goodness, yes, I completely agree with you. Like, be the person that's in somebody's DM all the time. Be the person that's watching their stories and interacting with them and communicating with them. And Tracy,
But
before
remember this, like
oh,
you want to do attraction marketing.
mm-hmm.
You do not want to be the person that's spamming anybody, especially now when all these companies are closing. Like I was not even building with Beautycounter anymore, and I got the most disgusting messages from people just spamming me. And I was very heartbroken. We built that company from the ground up. I went to Washington, D.C. and lobbied with them. I went all over the world traveling with them. Like I was heartbroken. That was like something that I was so proud of. And that door is closed. So do not be the person that's like, oh, who in Rodan and Fields can I spam? Be their friend. Like Sarah Robbins is the top earner in Rodan and Fields. I've followed her for years. I have given people her book. I've bought her book 100 times. I have done a lot of her live trainings. I messaged her today and I just said, I just want you to know I'm thinking about you. I am so sorry this is happening to your company. I've appreciated your leadership while I've been in Beautycounter. Like I just want to be her friend, right? And we just need to show up the best versions of ourselves in all aspects of life, obviously, but online right now, if you just shine and that will show what sets LifeVantage apart. And that's what Tracy, who is with Saint, and they just went affiliate effective October. That is what Tracy has said. She's like, everybody that I worked with in Saint is going to Alaveda. She goes, but I was already working with LifeVantage. And she goes, I go to the meetings. I got to go to Punta Cana. I got to go to corporate. I got to go to Outpost. Everybody was talking about how they could help each other. They weren't mean girl talking about each other behind their backs. She goes, that is what sets this company apart. And it's true. We have something to be really proud of and unapologetically share.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for getting on. I know
Oh, 7:31.
Yes, Jordan from corporate is talking over at the One Person Big Difference. It's 411-123-4567. No password. So join the next call. Dawn, I love you. Thank you so, so much. I hope you guys found value. I know I did, and every time she talks, I always do too. So love
yes.
you. Thank
love
you.
So much. Have Bye. A great night. Thank you so much.